Hello class. I know most of you have seen this, but I'm just going to go ahead and make a video so that you can come back and look at it. Today we worked with adding integers. So just as a refresher, integers are positive or negative whole numbers. Okay, so let's take a look at adding them with the same sign. So here we have -6 minus -3. To use a number line, we're going to put a dot at -6. And then we're going to look at here, it's -3, so I'm going to go left. So 1, 2, 3. Okay? Right there, I am at -9. So that means -9 is my answer. Okay? Now would be a good time to pause the video and try and do this one. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and do it. 0 is here. I'm going to go by 2s just so I don't have to write as much. Okay, same thing. I see an 8, so I'm going to put a dot at 8. See a 5 and it's positive, so I'm going to go right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time I had to put 2 hops for each because I went by 2s. In between 12 and 14 is 13. Okay, another way we can model this is with counters. So I'm going to use red as my positive for like a hot temperature and blue for my negative as like a cold temperature. Okay, if I look here, this is negative, so I have to draw 4 negative ones. Then if I look over here, it is also negative, so I have to draw 5 more negatives. Okay, if I look, I count up my total number of counters and they're all negative, so I can just add them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So because they're all negative, it is going to be a -9. Okay, now would be a good time to pause the video and do -2 plus -4. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Right here it's negative, so I have to draw 2 negative ones. If I look here, this is also negative, so I have to draw 4 more negatives. And they're all the same sign, so I can just add them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 counters. They're all negative, so it is a -6. Okay? Next is how we can use it with just the rules, so we don't have to draw every single time. Okay? Looking here, it's still same sign. Okay? So this is something you need to write nice and big, somewhere where you'll find it again. Same, if they're the same sign, you are going to add. Okay? So it says I'm going to add the absolute value. And remember, the absolute value just means it's distance from 0. Okay? And it'll always be a positive number. Okay? It says I'm going to add their absolute values. 7 plus 6 is 13. And then it says I'm going to use the sign of the integers. So if I look at the original, up here's the original, they were both negative. So that means my 13 is going to be negative because my original numbers were negative. Okay? Then if we come up here, we're going to look and see what happens if we have different signs. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and model them again so you can see how it works. Yep. Alrighty. Right here. I'm going to go put a point at 3. I don't know why they didn't graph this all the way for me, but we're going to put a point at 3. And then I look and I see that it's -11, so that means I have to go left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I stop at -8, so that's my answer. Now would be a really good time to pause and do this one yourself. For me, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I see that this is -9, so I know I'm going to have to be farther to the negative, so I'm going to put 0 farther to the right. And I'm still going to go by 2's, just so that I can get it all on here. And then right here is -9, put my point. And then I see that it is a +4, so that means I'm going to go right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. When I get to -5. Okay? Counters, I would try the counters by myself since we've already done them once. Okay? If you're not sure, you're more than welcome to just watch with me. See, it's negative, so I'm going to put my 10 blue, 10 negatives. And then I see that the 6 happens to be positive, so then I will have to put 6 positives, 6 red. Okay? If we have a positive and negative of something, they cancel out. They cancel the 0. Okay? So this cancels, 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 cancels. Okay? And I'm left with 4 blue. So that means I have -4. Okay? I would pause, try the next one. I have 5 positive. Then I have 7 negative. And again, I'm going to see, because I have both colors this time, I'm going to cancel them out. And I'm left with 2 of blue ones, so -2. Okay? Looking on, we do have rules that we can use. Okay, you're more than welcome to do these with the pictures, but it's good. We got to see the rules anyways. Okay? What's important is different signs. So if they're different, we're going to subtract. Okay? So we're still finding the absolute value. The absolute value of 4 is just 4 because it's always positive. The absolute value of -6 is it's positive, so it's going to be 6. And I have to subtract. So I'm going to do 6 minus 4 equals 2. So I know my answer is going to have a 2 in it. I just have to decide if it's positive or negative. So I'm going to look at the original 4 and -6. -6 is farther away from 0, or kind of like the bigger number, bigger absolute value. So that original -6 tells me that my answer is going to be negative. My final answer there is going to be -2. Okay? If you want more practice, if you notice, there are some slides that have practice problems. If you go to the notes, they do have the answers in the speaker notes. So if you want to practice those, okay? And if you have trouble, please send me an email. Have a great day.